All right, man. We're gonna do two clips of Paul Pierce. The first clip is Paul Pierce saying he don't believe he'll ever be in another relationship again, and also saying in this particular clip, marriage is for poor people. And then we get to what he said about women not bringing peace and kind of saying they're not supposed to bring peace. So let's let the truth cook. We're like, well, who's the truth? Who the truth? Who the truth?
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never be in another relationship, because it's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no. For what? Because it's going to be based off the sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. It ain't going to be based off of... This is the thing, and listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Relationships, let me tell you what marriage is all about. Or let me tell you what marriage is and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Okay, so let's get into that. Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids, and then when our kids, we're going to have 5, 10 kids back in the 60s, all them, they're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never... So, you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you...
I really believe that. Like, that's what, like, outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage an advantage? What advantage, what does it do for a man when things go south? Like, we gonna have to give up half our this, pay child support, but it's only advantageous to a woman. Like, it's real talk.
But what if you meet a woman and you're like, wow, she's a gem, she's valuable, she's everything, and I want to lock her down in marriage?
I don't want to lock no woman down. We could be cool.
So you're telling me right now today,
you
on January 4th, you do not want to be in a relationship ever again?
I don't think it's realistic long term until I turn 70.
I am done. I've never been more done with a motherfucker.
I'm 47 right now. Until I turn 70, that's the only realistic part I see is because we both old. We ain't out in the streets. We at home watching TV. You go take me to the hospital. I'm going to take you to the hospital. That's it. But right now, I'm too cracking right now. So what I need to do
is it because you feel like you
I need to do all that for?
Want to be in a relationship ever?
So, I mean, you heard him. You heard him. So I can't even get mad at dog. He too in demand. He having it his way. It's really a danger. It's pros and cons now. But basically, what he's saying right now is that the laws don't favor men, and a lot of men are saying, "Ha, I'm not getting married." But if a lot of people wake up and see, and they travel or they start, using the internet and seeing, a lot of the things that we do traditionally in America is not like in other places. Like if you buy a piece of land, in other countries, you don't have to pay property taxes. You own it, but you truly never own anything in this country. That's a fact. You truly never own anything in this country. But back to his point about this, where he's saying that it's just the laws don't favor. A woman can leave whenever she feel like it. They getting around prenuptial agreements. They ain't signing postnuptial agreements. When you get bored and you want to step out, she can leave. When you tired or you just really routine and you boring and you can't keep her happy, which is impossible. You shouldn't get married for happiness. Then she dip out, then she want to leave. You do it all how they supposed to tell you to do it. Like your mother raised you do it, you lose. You do it all wrong, you lose. You do it, semi-good, you lose. So really, it's really when a woman feel like they leave. And I know women personally that left their marriages for no good reason because they wanted to go back to the streets. So why not be the nigga in the streets that's waiting for these women to hit the streets, and I can get free access to them all I want to. And then a lot of these women, they not gonna tell you too, they regret getting divorced. They want to go back to their husband. They just want to go fuck around and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. That's the real deal about it. That's the real deal. Hey man, if we being real honest about it, that's the real deal about it. Like Soul Brothers, the real deal. That's just being honest. A lot of them regret it. They just really think, oh man, these women, my single friends and these hoes on the internet make the street sound fun. No, they ain't fun, baby. They cold. He just saying, like, regardless of how you do it as a man, you're going to lose. You know, if the women got too many options and the laws are outdated. A woman was your property as a man. People don't know that in marriage. She was your property because she didn't have rights. Now they got rights, they ain't changed the law. So most men like, nah, I'm good. And also it's a form of depopulation. No, I'm good. You know, and you hear these stories about, or you experience, you know, piping somebody else's wife down, and you hear her talking on the phone to him while you hitting it from the back, and she being kind. You be like, bro, I don't want to be on that side of it. You know, you gunshots, hard to trust women. They setting guys up. So basically what he's saying, why not I just be player one in the field and enjoy playing the field? But the dangerous part about playing the field right now is STDs and STIs, man. Crazy motherfuckers who might get a piece of her. She playing the streets, and it's not fun for women to play the streets. They don't understand. They don't talk about going to the clinic. They don't talk about all the women coming back from Jamaica with shit you can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's you know, that's just what the game is. It's not fun. It's not fun for anybody because they got shit that you can't protect you from a condom that people really don't talk about. So playing the streets, you just another statistic in the streets. Real talk. You just gotta find. And for his position, is different from me and your position because everybody know who he is. He got money, so it's gonna be hard for him to find someone genuine. When you in the position of being a regular guy, there's powers to that. You can find a woman that's fucking with you. You know, that's why a lot of dudes go for a lot of younger women because they haven't bonded with that guy yet. Once a woman bonds with a guy, truly love, they probably can bond with two men at the most in their lifetime. That dude will always have access to her. So you have to remember that on the flip side of the game. So his position, he up. You know, she got mad probably because he was having his way and he had to pay a whole bunch of money. And he like, why should I? I done did all this, changed your life, did this for you. You know what I'm saying? You should have had this, that, and the third, and you get mad, you want to leave. And I guarantee the woman that left him is still miserable. These women don't understand. Every option you choose, you're gonna be miserable. Single, a man, a white man, a black man, an orange man, a green man. You know, going to the Mars, going to Venus, going to the moon, going to Australia, going to be the passport girl. Like Stella got her groove back. That bitch was miserable at the end. And people, I seen Anton Dames and them talking about that on one of their panels. A lot of the people on the panel wasn't aware that's the true fucking story. And the dude ended up being the blade at the end. She didn't know that, used him for a green. So it still ended in misery. You have to look at yourself as a person, particularly as women I'm talking to right now, and say, what can I correct as a woman? What are these other girls? Let me talk to these girls who got men and what they going through and how they navigate through it. Not let me talk to these miserable bitches. No, let me go talk to some of these young women, you know, these women that's having success. Older, the old can learn, young, the old need to learn from the new, and the new generation need to learn from the old. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. So I ultimately, bro, it's really how you pick them. This is why the families pick for their daughters and sons. But I'm not gonna get too deep on it. But let's check out this clip he got going on here about peace. Hold on, I gotta start it over a little bit. Here we go.
Because I like my peace, first of all.
What if a woman brings you that?
There's no such thing as that.
You don't think there's no such thing as a woman bringing
There's
man
no
peace?
such thing as somebody living with you on a day-to-day basis is bringing peace. There's always going to be something because You gonna have a bad day where I'll have a good day, and that's not gonna be peaceful for me. I'm gonna come home like, damn, baby, like I had a good. Something gonna happen to where you gonna hijack my emotions, so that's not peaceful. You feel me? Peace is peace. And peace is me by myself. I come home, I watch TV, I make my own food, I go to bed, I work out, I wake up at 5:30, I roll over in the bed, I lean this way, I fart, or whatever I do, whatever, in my bed, that's peace. I'm cool. I can let loud snore, whatever. I ain't got nobody complain about nothing. Because I like my peace, first of all.
And I get, yeah, he's right in a lot of different ways here with my broken headphones, which I need to replace, which eventually order all this shit off Amazon, I will. But he's right. He's right to a certain extent, man. You know, when you living with anybody, it's not going to always be peaceful. You know, they sleeping upstairs and you might want to sleep downstairs in the extra room. And now that's the problem. You might just be like, you got the room too hot, or I didn't want to wake you up and disturb you. You know, and a lot of times with the influence of the internet, she might be watching something. Oh, he cheated on her. You might have a similar pattern. You might come home, work 10 minutes late or an hour or two late now. But what you're really doing is saving up for her wedding ring, saving up for a vacation, saving up for a gift. Why you coming home late? You cheating. I was causing the issue. So it's really never no peace, because especially the women who don't control her emotions, especially the men who don't control his emotion, which is weird. After a while, at a certain age, it does hijack the house. Everything could be cool. I've been in a situation, everything cool, and a woman just get bored, so she want to start some shit, start watching drama on TV, or start, fucking with you because her homegirl fucked up. You got to understand, especially if you throw a kid in there with a kid, she bring a kid to the table, now the baby daddy then hijacked her emotions and got her riled up, and now you mad. So he's right. It's really, when you add people to your life, really ain't peace. Your homeboys go out, y'all meet up at the crib. Really, is it peace? No, it's time to turn up. With a woman, she can bring peaceful moments. She can support your peace, be like, oh, your daddy in there, y'all yelling, screaming, calm down. Don't bother your daddy. Let him have an hour or two to herself. She can support your peace, but to be honest, he's probably right. She can support it. She can learn you and let you have your time. You had a rough day. Yeah, all right, man. Go in there. Don't worry about it. Chill. I got everything. Just chill and go in your room, smoke your cigar, play a game, wash up, whatever you want to do. You need something? Boo? No, I'm good. Cool. Just text me when you want your food. Then yeah, that's supporting your peace. But yeah, basically what men are saying when they want women to bring peace, they want you to bring chaos. They want you to bring drama. We don't want you to bring other niggas. We don't want you to bring other people problems. But the problem is, once you marry a woman, you pretty much marry her family. That's the crazy thing about it. There's vice versa. So yeah, you can have a peaceful life. Y'all can do peaceful things, but it's never gonna be 100% peace. No, you had a routine thing going. You're going to work, doing your thing. Oh, it's just so boring, and I just want to do something different. That's why you kind of gotta, when you in a relationship, you gotta find different things to do. You gotta do surprises. She gotta do surprises. She gotta do something different. You gotta do something different. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be creative. And if you ain't creative in a relationship just a little bit, it's gonna be a hard relationship. So yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. But he says some truth here, the truth. But you gotta understand the perspective he in. He been there, done that. He ain't gonna find a woman that's gonna love him just because he Paul Pierce. No, they're gonna love him because he got the bread. So the dangerous thing about it is, when you playing these type of games, scoring X's come, crazy niggas come, STDs, STIs come, issues come. You can protect yourself, but you can't protect yourself from everything. You can't protect your spirit. You can't, protect against these women running abortion schemes, this Shannon Sharp OnlyFans scheme shit that they be running on you. So you got to understand, there's pros and cons to both. Remember the rapper from Detroit, Payroll? It was this big fight at Kobo. It's now known as TCF Bank Center Detroit because Kobo was a racist. Check out my Motor City Sports channel. I put Albert Kobo in my name in there, Motor City Sports Talk. I had a whole video on it, right? And he says, the night they got into that fight at Kobo, don't ask me about Kobo. I ain't speaking on Kobo. What'd he say? I ain't speaking on Kobo no more, but it was a big thing in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say no names, but he was like, the only thing that stopped him from going with them that night was that he stayed with his girl. His girl kept him out of trouble. So sometimes marriage and being in a relationship is an excellent thing, man. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes it depends. It ain't all bad apples. There's a lot of bad apples. There's a lot of good ones. But I hit the link in the description. Join the Patreon for the real channel. Go down there. You know, other than that, those are the videos. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.